Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey.
I am Rungren.
We got a podcast this week. We got some cool stuff going on. Right off the bat, if you're watching on YouTube, you might consider switching to Twitch because YouTube doesn't have any of the channel point integration that we just got off the ground. So right now, on Twitch, if you are watching, I'm trying to pull up the full list of the deals here. You can use your points. Where is it at?
I don't know.
Here it is. You can use your points to make 3 different sound effects using the new soundtrack deal to force us to play something off my soundboard, which I made that way too expensive. I need to fix that. To ban a word for 3 minutes, to make me use a sing-songy voice for 3 minutes, or to change my name on stream using your channel points. So if you've been sitting on channel points forever and didn't have anything to use them for, we've now updated it so you have a reason to use them. So you should watch live if you're watching the VOD of this later on YouTube.
Everybody can name him Treyfish every day.
That's right. I did specify in that it has to be a different version of Trey. Like, you can't just change my name to like Steven or something. It needs to be like Sleepy Trey or Excited Trey or Treyfish or something like that. I'm gonna drop the soundboard one to 1,000 because it's too expensive.
Oh, okay.
I just want to be a Batlog Helios. Then after that, hopefully Toggy's Flugel. I understand. But enough about announcements there. I guess we should announce one more thing real quick and announce it at the end too. We now stream on Fridays. So on Friday, we now stream on same time, alternating between 1 week we're building Gunpla, and the next week we're painting models. Last week we started building the Barbados 6th form. This week we'll be painting Thousand Suns.
Yeah.
But next week we'll go back to working on that Barbados, and the week after that we'll go back to painting. This is a high grade. I will probably only be assembling high grades for the next little while because I have 25 high grades that are waiting to be assembled. So
you and somebody else needs an intervention. It's okay. It's okay. We can get through this.
Plastic crack. That's what they call it. But yeah, we're doing that as usual. And then, we got the other show still going out. And Mondays happened yesterday. That'll continue every week. Then we have tonight's show. Then we have the Thursday show for D&D. And then Friday, of course, we have the new building and painting stream. So that'll continue into the indefinite future as long as the heat death of the universe doesn't stop us first. So,
well, there's a thing in Yellowstone, underneath Yellowstone, that causes Yellowstone to rise. That might stop us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So this is the different forms are from when they got different equipment for it, Dark. So this one is the mace form, which is being eaten by the green screen. But and for anybody who didn't watch Friday, I can show you, spoilers, how far we got.
Yeah.
I should specify too, the Friday stream is kind of like a fun hangout time, so I'm not sweating it if we don't get everything built too quickly. But that's how much we got done.
There you go.
Stickers and everything. No, they don't have different names. It's just Barbados 1st form, 4th form, 6th form. Is that confusing? Yes.
Yeah.
But let's get into weeks.
All right.
How's your week been, Rungren?
Been pretty good. I'm still dragging my cat butt around Skyrim on survival mode.
Yeah?
Yeah, the food part's not so bad. It's the cold that bothers me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've only froze to death once. So on that, I'm stupid rich on that game. Well, they got the was it transmute?
Yeah.
Spell in there. So if you get iron ore, you can transmute it to silver ore and transmute it to gold ore.
Right.
And then go take it over to the smelter, make you a gold ignat, and then you make 2 gold rings.
Yeah.
And those are, decent money. If you have any gems, you can stick them in there. and then you enchant them. Nobody has enough money. You buy out, basically sell out the town.
Of course.
I figured it out, but yeah, I've actually done pretty good. I am not just a stealth archer.
Nice.
Run through. Yeah, my one-handed is just as high as my archery. Of that, so I kind of want to. I always get to this point playing Skyrim where I'm like, man, I should start over and do this.
Yeah.
I guess that happens with lots of moments too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we ran MMO Monday yesterday. It was just had some fun running around. We're trying to find Sanderson's farm in the Delving Fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's appropriate for me and you to run around Middle Earth as chickens.
Something we can do? We can run around as chickens?
Yeah, we can run around as chickens.
Okay.
It starts out pretty easy. I got level 43 last night.
Nice. Nice.
I did get level 43. Yeah, we can run around as chickens. We got to find Sanderson's farm. I thought, for some reason, I was thinking of a little bit higher level quest, but it's not. It's actually a 6th level quest.
Oh, okay.
The last parts of it are in some really high level zones.
Yeah.
So it should be fun. We'll try to get through that. And we both need the Crosser of Roads cloak, which is the prize for getting through that all.
That sounds pretty good. Good.
Yeah, it's got some hidden nutty stuff in that game, and I think we'll go find some of it.
Yeah.
Starting with a chicken run.
Also, talking about Lotro, just a quick thank you again, if you're watching, to the person who sent me a staff. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm wondering if that wasn't just somebody else on the server that went, hey, there's a low-level lore master.
Could be.
I'll send them on,
Could be.
It'll be cool.
I did stop and watch some hobbits playing instruments, so it's possible that somebody saw me there while I was watching.
Yeah.
Hey, Will.
Yeah. Hey, Will. Glad you can make it there.
Will, just a quick heads up. Peep the channel rewards. There's a bunch of new stuff you can do there.
Yeah, but that was a lot of fun, man. And I got we didn't make a big deal out of it, but I had a kind of like a health issue. I was kind of slowed off on the music for a little bit.
Yeah.
Trying to get back into that, feeling pretty good. Second album came out Sunday, so I'll be putting out songs. So I'm going to try to finish the 3rd album before the end of the year. I'm going to have 3 albums out this year.
Nice.
It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to try to.
Yeah.
So I'll keep everybody informed how that's going.
It's pretty awesome.
Sunday will be the first song of the 3rd album.
Nice.
I'm trying to think of anything else.
If you haven't checked out his music, the link's right there. You really, really should. I mean, I know that he's my co-host, so you might think that I'm just saying this because he's my co-host and my friend, and also my dungeon master. But honestly, realistically, I do really enjoy just about every song he puts out. There's nothing that's come out that I've just really disliked, but there are a couple that have come out that I have just really enjoyed and downloaded on my phone along with a bunch of Trails music. So you should check out Old Friends and Memories if you haven't checked that out. That is my favorite song he's made and is top 25 for me of all the songs that I listen to.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Well, my week has been pretty, not too much going on. Pretty much the same thing that I get on something. It's like Cinnamon Toast Ken videos. It's like I'm gonna binge for a while. So, sir, how has your week been?
It's been pretty good. We were looking for a new show to fill the void after we finished The Good Place, which I tried to record a review for and was extremely unhappy with that review. 20 minutes of talking, and by the end of it, I felt like I hadn't got across what I was trying to get across, and I'll come back to it. Just like the Boys review that I still haven't been able to get right. I don't know if people realize how much, I know how much gets recorded and just never comes out because I don't think it's worthwhile. But we were trying to find a new show to fill the void, and we tried watching a couple episodes of Columbo on Tubi, because Columbo's great, and it still is great. However, Tubi has so many commercials, because it rates the commercials off of the length of the show, and it thinks that Columbo is a movie, because every episode's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And so there's 12 commercials over the course of that show, and it's man, come on. So
Bit much?
it's a bit much, and so I'll probably just wind up downloading all of Columbo on a flash drive. But it's all on the Internet Archive, so I mean,
There you go.
Uh,
There you go.
but we started watching Vikings, which is free on Amazon Prime, and I had never seen it. I've been told many times over the years that it's worth watching, but they just started making a new series of it, like a sequel series, and so. Like, hey, why not, right? I like Vikings. I like Norse mythology a lot. Finished the first season, and it's pretty solid.
Are they invading Europe?
Yes.
All I've heard is that it's good. I don't know anything about the show.
Yeah, they're invading Europe.
Okay.
And it's pretty solid. It goes a little it does the like Hollywood movie thing of like, hey, armor doesn't super matter.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a shame, but at the same time, man, it's a show about Vikings, raiding and pillaging, and I get it, Character-wise, I was really surprised by how well written most of the characters are.
Really?
Because I expected it to just be, hey, here's like Viking crew, everybody's tough and gruff, but there's actually like a lot of heart put into writing these characters, and a lot of work put into on making it like somebody studied Norse mythology and that religion before they wrote this. And that's so good. You have like a bunch of times where a character will do something and another character that is not from there is really put off by what's going on, but everybody else is completely into it. They completely believe it. It's like, yeah, this is the way it would have been, these are their gods and this is what they do. So it's really cool in that regard. And then the action's pretty solid.
Let me go back and reread Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a great job. The Salmon series is coming out right now.
Yeah.
And it's one of those that I kind of wish it didn't make.
Right.
But I guess they're going to. I'm glad his name and he's getting made because he's my favorite author.
Right.
That I love. The Sandman series is beyond comic books, beyond graphic novels.
Right.
It's that good. And I don't think it's going to translate over to TV very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a book Norse mythology. I need to go through that again because he lines out Norse mythology with stories,
right?
Instead of just like this is a god here, this is a god here. You
right.
Actually get tales. And then there's a couple of old epic poems that are really good.
Oh yeah, Sigurd of the Volsungs.
Yeah.
I did want to highlight two more quick things on Vikings, then I'll move on because I don't want to spoil too much for anybody. One thing I really like is that they put a lot of work into the tactics of the show. The fights are not just like camera cuts everywhere like you'd see now. It's actual work is put in to make good camera angles, to make the fight seem visceral and heavy. And then there's just a single moment where a character that's not from that area asks, I keep hearing people like mention Ragnarok under their breath. What is that? And everybody in the room just goes completely quiet.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh yeah, that's Doomsday. That's these people would not be excited to talk about Ragnarok. Like,
no.
So that's just really
Spinner
cool.
Is not a good little puppy.
Right. Pre-ordered Battle Alliance, nice. But that's Vikings for me. And speaking of Gundam, I've still been playing Gundam Battle Operation 2.
Yeah.
I have become a menace with the Zeta Plus. So that mobile suit can transform. It's got a charged beam rifle that you can fully charge and do a good amount of damage with. And then if you switch between its other weapons, it's got twin beam cannons it can fire. And then you can transform into plane mode, boost across the field, and it gives you a different charged beam rifle that you can use. So you shoot a guy, twin beam cannon the guy, then transform, charge, shoot the guy as you're brushing him down, and then twin beam cannon him again.
It makes me think of the old Macross cover because you'd have like the fighter jet half standing with the two legs underneath it.
The Gestalt form, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's really fun. And again, I think that game just continues to shine. I'm going to do another video in like maybe 2-3 weeks after I've had more time to unlock more suits. But that game has only gotten better with new additions instead of getting worse. I was afraid that like funnels and transformable mobile suits and stuff like the unicorn were just going to ruin the balance of that game. And instead, it has made it way better. Yeah, I was afraid. I am beam spamming a little bit, let's be honest. But I was afraid that hydrate. This is my hydration for tonight. We got a hydrate alert. I'll have water for next week, I promise. I made that right before starting the stream. But yeah, no, it's got so many more options where it feels like it balanced out all the problems of you can still get covered by like 4 people and get wrecked, but maybe you're covered by 4 people and you dodge roll out of the way and go into the water on this map that's Jaburo from the first Gundam. So you have water areas you can go underwater, and then the beams have a harder time hitting you and people can't see you. And it's really cool. Why does Twitch remove notifications randomly? That's weird. I don't know. It didn't notify you of the stream? Oh, no. King. I'm sorry.
I know. That's weird.
Hopefully next time it will.
Yeah. I don't know why.
But yeah, GPO2's continue to be really fun. I thought I'd be using my Bawu, and yet... Man, transformable mobile suits are really fun.
Well, you can beam spam, what?
Well, and like the other one that I have that can transform is the Gaza. And so the Gaza is like a mobile suit that has a beam cannon, and it's just like a little tiny mobile suit. So it like turns into a little tiny plane, and you like, it's not tiny, but it's like way smaller. It's think, you know, the gun cannon or the gun tank? It's that tall, basically.
Okay.
And so I can just fly up on the ground maps and then fly back down and somebody as I fly by. And it's, you know,
nice.
It's really fun. Yeah, that game's been great. And then I've still been playing Digimon Survive. I finished Chapter 5.
Okay.
And Chapter 5 is where they asked us not to talk about anything with the game after that. And
Dark on time. Excellent.
something happens in Chapter 5 that is so cool, and I wish I could talk about it, but I can't. Wait to get the bound dock. You realize it basically hovers, fly up, down. Ooh, that sounds really nice. Yeah, no, Digimon Survive, writing-wise, is just getting even better. There were a couple moments in Chapter 5 where I was like, man, I wish that we could speed some of this along, but the payoff is worth it.
Nice.
Oh, man, I can't spoil anything. I will say it's something I've wanted to see happen in Digimon for forever. From, like, as a kid, Greymon is there and Ty's there, and something clicked in the back of my head and was like, man, this could go bad real quick. And nowadays, Chapter 5, Digimon Survive. Wait till Chapter 8. Oh, I'm so stoked. Yeah, that game just continues to be amazing.
You know, I'm thought observation here, and you tell me if I'm on it. Now, I know the last Pokemon game that would come out, I forgot what it's called. The
Legends Arceus. Yeah.
Arceus. Yes, Arceus. I was going Arceus. Not that. You were pretty excited about and enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It seems to me that this one's got you a little more excited.
Oh, yeah. The gameplay of Arceus is really cool, but the story's all right. It has some really cool moments, but it's not like this. I literally cannot explain to you. All I will say is it's called Survive for a reason, and I cannot guess how the story's going to go. Not because it's subverting expectations, but because I literally don't know what to expect. And that is such a cool feeling to have in a story when you and I have been around the bend a lot when it comes to stories. We get to watching something, we normally can figure out where something's going, you know?
Yeah.
So.
That's cool, man.
Digimon Frontier Cast. Yeah. Digimon Frontier Cast is pretty great, but this Survive Cast I'll put it this way, it's like watching a season of the anime, but you're making the choices, and things are happening because of the choices you made. So, I've been told the second playthrough is very different on New Game Plus, so I'm excited for that as well. I'll have to go through New Game Plus before I review it, because apparently there's a true route, like most visual novels, where you do the right thing and you figure out a true route, you know? And so,
you get the real ending.
Yeah, I got to get that before I review it. So expect the review probably end of October, almost November. But
well, usually in games, I don't ever find out that I had the wrong ending until the next one in the season.
Right.
This is released, and I'm like, oh, that's the one they're going with.
Wait, that's not how my game ended. Oh. And then the last thing I want to talk about for my week, I'm gonna save until later in the podcast.
Okay.
Oh no, I have one more thing. I'm sorry, I have one more thing. I started Gundam XCOM, which is a brand new playthrough that started on the channel. The first episode went up today of me playing through XCOM 2 with Gundam characters, and I'll put it to you. This is how the playthrough's going so far. I gave only one character shorts because Hiro Yui in Gundam Wing has shorts on. And so I gave him shorts. And for some reason, Char Aznable decided to copy him, even though I gave him pants. And when I recruited Char Aznable, he had shorts.
Yeah, he's arrogant enough to want to show off those knees.
Yeah. I don't know why he randomly copied it, but he did. No, I did my best to mimic the Gundam characters. Not all of them are perfect. But I'm adding more each time I play and doing the best I can. I'm really proud of my Haman Karn and my M Machine. I think those look great. Everywhere else, maybe not so much. And I can't change mask colors, so Char's mask is red because the rest of his suit is red. Why Banana Boy?
I'm sorry. You said the name Sheen, and my brain goes, Jimmy Neutron.
Right. No, I'll put it to you this way. So when I booted it up, the game gives you a bunch of random characters for the first mission.
Okay.
I added one of my least favorite Gundam characters when I was making characters because I was like, yeah, I'll do this right. I'll add main characters from every series, even if I don't like this guy. And sure enough, he's in my first squad. I got Koaraki in my first squad. I was like, man, come on. Why couldn't I have got Gato? So, yeah, no, I'm really excited. I think this next episode, because I've recruited most of the Gundam characters by now, so I think this next episode I'm probably going to go through and just like showcase them. But, it is Iron Man mode, so anybody could die at any time, and I can't save them. So, they'll be replaced by another Gundam character if that happens. So,
ad time.
It is ad time.
You get close to that time anyway. It should be an ad sometime, some point.
Right. There have been some fun surprises already in the playthrough that I won't spoil, but this already makes me want to do a Wilder Myth playthrough after this, called a Gundam Myth playthrough or a Gundam Myth playthrough.
Yeah.
So, we got ads.
Yeah.
Hey, YouTube. How's it going, YouTube? If you're watching this now and you're saying, man, I wish I could be on Twitch and using my channel points to play cool sound effects and force the team to hydrate, then, watch us live on Twitch Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7 p.m. CT.
Let go. So somebody, Will never gets an ad.
Will is ad free.
And what?
Yeah, there's Legos and tacos.
Right, I'm there.
Lego Taco Bell.
That's an amazing night right there.
Yeah, there've been some surprises I won't reveal in the Gundam Com playthrough. A certain character that specializes in ranged weaponry might have gotten a class that is not ranged weaponry, and a certain character that specializes in edged weaponry might have gotten a class that is in ranged weaponry, because the game does it randomly,
Yeah.
King, I'm sure you have a bunch of points, man. You've been here since the beginning of us on Twitch years ago. But hopefully now you have reasons to spend them. There's another hydrate. I don't have a water on me this week, but I will next week. So, yeah, no, I'm really excited for this. And then if anybody saw the Wilder Myth playthrough last year, 2 years ago now, I guess, we'll do an, I don't know for sure. I think it was just last year. Okay. We'll do a Gundam version of that after this. A posture
Right.
check. Oh, I gotta check my posture.
Hold on. Straighten my back out.
See, these are gonna help us be better people. That's why we did this.
It's gonna help us be better people.
That's very true. But yeah, that's been my week. So hopefully people are excited for that playthrough. We'll keep watching. It is full of Gundam references. I try not to spoil anything, but I definitely call people by their call signs and definitely reference things that happen in the shows. So
Nice.
it should hopefully be fun for everybody watching. But all right. Did you want to run that prediction now before we get into reviews?
I'll tell you what, let's explain it at the end of the podcast.
Okay, and do it next week. Sounds good.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yes.
All right. The axe is charged.
Woo.
Great power comes great responsibility. That's very true. So with the axe charge, we have our first review of the week, Cult of the Lamb.
I'm
Let me do
going to
that.
leave my remarks myself on that name.
Also, chat, when I'm on these pages, if I see or if I don't see a hydrate or a posture check or something like that, please let me know. I have the deal up, but it's minimized right now so that I can see these scores. So, but I will
right now
do my best to make sure that we don't miss them.
Yes, please do. Yeah.
All right. So, Cult of the Lamb is a really interesting game in a lot of ways, as you might figure. It is about running a cult and also plays a little bit like Binding of Isaac. I have to pee when we're done. Oh, no. Oh, we got both those hydrates in the okay, I got to complete them on this end so they don't keep popping up for me. There we go. But it's you run a cult, and it's got a little bit of Isaac gameplay in there, but not just that. Made by Massive Monster. People have been waiting for this one for a while.
Okay.
So what do you think the critic average score is for Cult of the Lamb?
I'm going to go with an 82. I think they
Okay.
get it at 82.
Chat, what do you think?
Right out, chat. We got an 80 from Faith. That? Did it go up? Okay. I looked at the wrong time.
Oh, we got a hello there.
Hello there.
So yeah,
from Dark.
if you haven't checked, there's a bunch of new ways to spend your channel points. So this is hopefully to keep you all watching every time we stream so that you get more channel points to spend.
81 from Will. We're shooting
That's the
right
goal
around.
here. That was for Faith. That's fair. And an 82.
82. All right. The Midway got 82, 81, 78, 80.
The score is 85.
Oh, man. We were all shooting a little low.
Very close. Very close.
That's all right. That's all right.
ACG says bye.
Okay.
Then we have Twinfinite, who says, you can keep your Elden Rings and Horizon Forbidden Wests. I'll be on my cult farm raising crops and occasionally sacrificing my followers for the rest of the year, as Cult of the Lamb is an easy frontrunner for Game of the Year.
Okay. Okay.
It's an interesting review blurb
Yeah, it is.
that really just says, your game sucks, here's mine.
Yeah, I like mine better.
But I could not read that after I saw it.
We're going to be the cool ones.
I wish I could tell you this review is going to explain things to you, but PC Gamer says, unlike anything else, and able to meld its two disparate halves into something cohesive and satisfying, you won't be fleeced if you buy this.
Okay. That sounds like that's straight out of the marketing department from the studio.
Yeah. I couldn't resist once I saw it.
Yeah. So it said, yeah, the word fleece there.
Yep. I have two more for you. Monster Vine says, strong satanic style outweighs nearly everything else, even if the gameplay is a bit flat.
Wait, what?
I'm just reading the blurbs, man. I can't tell you what they mean.
Oh, Okay.
If we didn't already have a title for this podcast, though, Strong Satanic Style is a name. Spam hydrate? Oh, no. Next week, I will have a bottle of water in here. Next week, I promise you. Next week, I'll even, you know what? Next week, I'll do you one better. I'll have a full-size thermos of water in here.
It's too warm for fleas. I agree with Faye's hand right there.
I have one more review for you, and hopefully this one gives you something.
Okay.
Tech Raptor says, Cult of the Lamb is devoted to a mix of gameplay styles that just doesn't gel. It's an addictive way to spend a dozen hours, but it's nothing worth your worship.
Boy, they really tried on that one. Devoted.
I love that you can't hear these because right as I finished that, Faith made a quack happen.
Somebody stepped on a duck. Oh my gosh. You got the axe there for the recommended score.
What do you think?
It's so hard to tell. I'm going to come up with a couple. I'm going to go 84.
Okay.
I have a feeling I'm going the wrong way, but
they have a bit of a delay.
87.
It makes sense. It makes sense they'd have a bit of a delay. They're having to go through that other service and then
80. Well, so we're shooting around the same.
Sleep stream. Yeah, there's a lot of people that do sleep streams. I don't get it.
Well, you got a soundboard now.
That's true.
You got 84. So 82, 87, 80, 84. I went with the 84.
The score is 90.
Really?
Yeah.
That is not what the reviews said.
No, it's not.
Well, maybe the first one.
Yeah, the first one definitely gave it like a hey, this is the best game ever made kind of vibe. It's doing really good. It's just not, unfortunately for these people that are putting it like in the top of the year, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 20 games down.
Do you remember when Black and White came out?
Yeah.
Because we're like, for just a few months, that was like, never seen anything like this. Biggest game of all time, years ago. Game of all time, but it dropped off real quick.
Yeah.
Kind of wondering if this does the same thing.
Right. Well, we've seen that happen a bunch, right? Where something comes out and people just like jump on it as the newest thing and the best thing to ever happen, and then
yeah, but some things, some things
deserve it.
Yeah, and
Shadow of the Colossus is the big one, right?
Do what?
Shadow of the Colossus is the big one, where when people went, "Hey, this is something special," they were 100% right.
Yeah. And love or hate Skyrim, it's been played 11 years later.
Yeah.
And, the best things. So there's stuff that has that long, exciting. I think Elden Ring's going to be on for a while.
I think so too. I think it's gonna stick. That's why it's there. There'll be more of them next week too. The only reason I stopped adding them is because we were already live, and some of them are music, and I don't know if they'll get us copywritten or not. So, sing mode. Oh man, okay. So for the next 3 minutes, I have to do everything in a sing-songy voice.
Go to the next review, sir. Tell me about it. I need a detailed description about this next one.
We have Rollerdrome. Rollerdrome is the game where you have to roll around the room and shoot with your guns.
Wow.
You're right, King. Some games just don't die. Why do I feel like this is the one that's gonna get used a lot?
I'm not a music major or anything, but I can tell you've watched some 80s cartoons.
Just a few, yeah. Just a few, yeah. What's your score for Rollerdrome?
Oh, I went 79.
Oof.
Oh, man.
We got an oof, Will.
Oh. We got kind of a spread out scores there. So 87, 75, 90, 78. I came in with 79.
The actual score is 80.
80?
80.
80, okay. I'm so sorry. The sing time I was there, that was like half a word. I was waiting for the other foot to drop. 80,
No, we're good.
Oh man. Okay.
Have 3
Look at
minutes
me.
gone by yet?
Yep.
Okay, so we have some reviews. And Rollerdrome is Tony Hawk Max Payne. It's dope. It seems really cool. It seems really cool.
All right. That is a blurb for me. That tells me something.
Yeah, that would be a good blur. King, can you write reviews?
Yeah. Come on.
So first off, we've never read a review from this site before, but I had to read this one. Saving content, and this goes right in line with that last game's reviews, right? Rollerdrome is simply brilliant and a worthy contender for Game of the Year. The fact we've gotten 2 banger games from Roll7 in the same year of this caliber is astounding. The precise controls are what Roll7 does best, coupled with intense combat is pure excellent. Sorry, I read that wrong. The leaderboard chasing among friends and enemies is why you'll stay, but the out for blood mode will be the reason you don't put it down. Rollerdrome is an exquisite mashup of maintaining a combo while killing to survive that's pure kineticism, the de facto skate or die.
Intense combat.
Intense combat. That's right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is an 80s movie. Is it based off the 80s movie, I wonder?
I don't think so, but it's okay. Got that the blood's in there, right?
Yeah. They were okay. All right. You got more?
I do, and this one hopefully will give you actual more information about the game itself. Pure Dead Gaming says, there are very few games this year that I've enjoyed as much as Rollerdrome. It may lack a proper story and be light on levels, but the moment-to-moment gameplay is nearly flawless. Because of this, there is plenty of replayability and challenges to work towards. The introductory price of £16.49 is a good deal, and one I recommend everyone intrigued by this review checks out.
Okay. Get a little more information. Get some information about the game from chat.
Yeah.
As well. So yeah.
I have one more for you. This one's from IGN Italy, our friends.
Okay.
This is the only IGN I actually trust. That says Rollerdrome is an acrobatic shooter of undoubted value in terms of gameplay, frenetic and spectacular, thanks to its mix of armed clashes and tricks on roller skates. In all the rest, it fails to live up to Roll7's previous masterpieces, even if it remains a fresh gaming experience that can offer a good challenge. So the gameplay is great, but it doesn't seem to have much of a story.
This isn't the game from Final Fantasy X, is it?
It's not Blitzball.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
It's that other quack that just came in.
Nice.
I want like quacks to become synonymous during reviews with this is a bad review. Quack. It's a quack review.
Oh.
Right. That was a good one to be fair, but I just think that'd be really funny. What do you think?
All right. I'm gonna go with 88.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's another quack.
79. 83 from Waverly. Face 79. Waverly 83. Any more?
I'm going to give you another countdown from 5.
There we go. Got an 88 and 80.
There they come. 9,000. Another quack.
It's not over 9,000. So.
I'm glad we added those quacks. It's 77%.
Okay.
So
a little drop. I did,
but
from the sound of those reviews, I didn't think it was going to drop. But that's all right.
Yeah. Some people definitely lying. That's all I'm saying. Finally, this I didn't know was even coming out. This is from Overborder Studio. This is Thymesia.
Thymesia.
And it's a pretty interesting looking game. It definitely has like the Soul style flair to it, combat wise. But it looks kind of interesting to me. And the reviews, there's a quack. The reviews are a little interesting as well. But it definitely seems to be an action game, kind of dark vibe. Your main character is in like a Plague Doctor mask.
Okay.
So what you think?
84.
Okay.
84. 84, 84, 82 from Faith.
82. All right, chat. I'm going to give you a 5, 4,
68.
3, 2, a 1.
There we go.
And the time is now.
All right. 95 and a 79.
The correct answer is 70.
That gum. All right. They didn't like it very much.
All the darts all around everywhere. This time I'm going to read a handful of reviews. I'm going to read more than a couple because we don't know much about this game. I mean, I do, but, you know.
Yeah.
That's because I've read these reviews before. Noob Feed says...
Reviews, you still won't know much about the game. But that's okay.
Yeah, that's very true. Noob Feed says, Thymesia is a great game. It takes some getting used to, and the combat can feel a bit clunky at first, but once you've got the hang of it, you'll be zipping around the screen, dealing damage to every enemy in your way, and hoping that you dodged in time to avoid them doing the same to you.
Okay. Not a bad one.
God is a Geek says, Thymesia is a confident, good-looking Souls-like that arguably ranks among the best of the non-From Software titles in the genre.
Okay.
IGN Italy says, a Soulsborne that lacks refinement, but manages to entertain thanks to an interesting combat system, even if the challenge is certainly not the most difficult ever to appear in this subgenre. I have 2 more for you.
Okay.
Archie... All right, Trey, retake. RPG fan says, those desperate for something similar to Bloodborne might find Thymesia worthwhile, but it does little for those looking for a genuinely good experience.
Oh.
Oof. Somebody give an oof in the chat. Hydrate. All right, hydrate.
Okay, here we go.
And then finally, Nintendo Life says, Thymesia has all the ingredients necessary to make for a solid indie Souls-like, but falls short of greatness due to messy implementation of mechanics, bland level design, weak lore, and issues with difficulty balancing.
Golly.
So having heard all that, what do you think the recommended score is for Thymesia?
72.
Okay.
72.
Will says 70.
Yeah, that's probably closer. I'm gonna say 72. There you go. On it. 69 from Faith. 78.
Feels good to have the battery back in that axe.
78 from Doc. Got 278. 68 from Weber.
There's Quack. Not quite an oof, but that works. The correct answer is 36%.
How much?
36.
Oh my god. So you're saying I don't recommend it?
So some of those reviews are lying on if they'd recommend this game or not.
I like the game, but you wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend it to you.
There's the oof. There we go.
Try to be positive, right?
Over half of the reviews are 8s, but they wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. I've seen things, man, the stuff. Wouldn't recommend it. Oh my gosh.
Just, I hate the way that they lie. Because I saw that 36 and was like, there's no way anybody guesses this. Soundboard? All right, I'm going to play something from the soundboard. Let's go with a shard line. Let's go with I came to laugh at you.
I came to laugh at you.
Which he says to the 36%. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So that's Thymesia.
Yes.
They gave it 80. Basically, they're not suggesting it. Yeah, it very much feels like they might have been paid off, but this is a small studio, so like surely not. I think it's more they're just afraid of making Bloodborne fans mad, so they're like, it's a good game, but we say no, we don't recommend it. Nobody will know it was us who said we didn't recommend it, but we didn't recommend it. It's like, just review it honestly, man. Don't worry about it. Who cares if people don't like your scores?
Yeah.
People aren't going to like your scores anyway.
Ugh. All right.
On to announcements.
Announcements.
Guild Wars 2 is getting the Steam release that we already knew about, but the date's been revealed.
Okay.
And the 10th anniversary stuff got revealed.
Ah.
So the release date for the Steam version is on August 23rd.
Okay.
Coming up real soon. It's already on Steam. You can wishlist it there. However, you cannot link a launcher version and a Steam version, just like every other MMO that's come to Steam later, because there's no way to link accounts. So people that haven't played before, it's not going to hurt anything. You can play on either. FF14 has the same thing, where like you can play on either, but if you buy it on Steam, you can only buy the expansions on Steam. You can't.
Yeah.
So, but I say buy it. The game's free to play. It's just if you want to buy the like extra stuff, you know.
Yeah. Ugh.
You and I both know we disagree on that, Dark, but yeah, you're going to make Soulsborne fans mad anyway. You might as well just be honest. Like, because if you don't give it 100%, people can get mad. If you give it less than 50, people can get mad. Just be honest with people. Like, they're going to get mad anyway, so there's no reason to lie. But not only is the Steam version coming, they're doing a bunch of cool stuff because of that. The new way to get mounts, if you own any of the expansions, when you hit level 10, you automatically get your mount.
Okay.
Which is like much better for how big this game is. I know a lot of people that do not think so and told me as much on the video that I talked about it when it happened. But it's a big game, and when you have 10 years of content and people are coming back to the low-level zones to do the events there, and new players don't have mounts, it's very hard for them to get there before the events are finished. So, they're also doing a special thing on Steam, which is going to be coming to the rest of the game as well, where you can buy all the Living World seasons as a complete collection. So as it is right now, you buy you play the game for free, right? And you go, I want to buy the expansions. That seems cool. So you buy the first expansion and the second expansion in a bundle pack, because it's the only way they sell them now. And then you get the third expansion, but then there are story episodes that aren't in that are each year they had a mini expansion with maps and story and everything and world bosses and stuff that are in a Living World episode. And so you have to buy those separate. And so when you just start playing, that seems really weird. It's really just big expansion, small expansion every year.
Yeah.
Big expansion's full price, small expansion's half price, right? But because of the way it's marketed, it looks really strange. And it's confusing. So this complete collection will be, it's like the fourth one, and you buy this, and you have all the story content with it. So,
okay, that's not a bad deal.
I feel like it's more of an issue with reviewers not wanting to absolutely murder a game. Yeah, too often people just want to like, first off, if you don't like the game, either review it and say you don't, or just don't review it. That's where I sit on it. Don't put out a review that makes it seem positive just because you don't want to hurt feelings.
Well, sometimes not in hurt feelings. It's like, hey, I want to be able to review the next game the studio puts.
Yeah, that's very true.
And it can be kind of a strong arm tactic. I'm not saying every time. I'm just saying they can be. And it has been come out before. There's been strong arm tactics on reviewers. Yeah. So it's probably a big mix of stuff there.
Yeah.
Kind of at the end of the day, take it with a grain of salt.
The other cool thing coming with the 10th anniversary of Guild Wars 2 is that they're going to be giving away some mount skins and some other freebies. There'll be, for the first week after August 23rd, there'll be a 30% bonus to Karma, Magic Find, PvP, and World v World reward track progress. So just a flat, hey, here you go, 30% more for everybody. They're adding a bunch of new achievements to the game from all across the course of the game. And when you complete that achievement chain by doing all the different modes, you get a free set of like high-end armor, which is cool. Hydrate.
Hydrate.
And they're also adding some pretty cool stuff across the game through the form of different sales and things like that for in-game currency. And they gave away today a Black Lion chest key that is giftable, which allows you to open the loot boxes, as it were, in the game, which...
Yeah.
You know, you can get the keys by playing the game too for anybody that doesn't want to spend money, but they gave one away basically that you can give away if you want to just give it to somebody else. Maybe you don't care about anything in there, but you have somebody you know that does, you can give it to them. It's the first time they've done something like that, and hopefully they keep doing it, giving it away for big events, because that's cool.
There's a few games with loot boxes and keys to open them. Usually the keys are bound.
Yeah.
You don't get to give them away. So that's kind of, one small thing. But
And then for the first time in the history of the game, Which is super cool. They're doing Twitch drops for Twitch streamers, which will encourage people to watch people playing the game, which will bring more marketing to the game. This game is really poorly marketed everywhere.
Yeah.
I made a reaction to the Steam release date trailer today. That'll go up tomorrow. I still have to edit it tonight. I did that right before the podcast as well. And that trailer is missing a bunch of stuff it needs to have in there for marketing-wise.
Well, when Guild Wars 2 first dropped, I don't think it got the reception they were expecting.
Right.
I think it was way short of what they were expecting after, Guild Wars did really well.
Yeah.
And Guild Wars is a pretty, if you never played an MMO, Guild Wars, the first Guild Wars is actually a pretty good introduction to it just because it's straightforward. Kind of easy, really. So Guild Wars shouldn't do that. So I'm wondering if that affected, I guess, of course it would, the profit coming in, and how they can divide it up, what they're spending.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. After 10 years, I don't think marketing's on their mind.
No, and it really needs to be because what is this? But again, the Twitch drops will help. It'll have more people watching live streams of Guild Wars and stuff. So
right on.
It's a lot of people in the Guild Wars community are really excited about the Twitch drops. Obviously the streamers because they get to stream the game and get more viewers, but also like people that aren't streaming because it's like, that'd be really nice. And then for the first time in a long time, they're doing a deal with Twitch Prime, where Twitch Prime Gaming is now going to be giving away some free stuff in Guild Wars. So that's nice. Massive switch over, going to get people moved from 1 to 2. Yeah. So
yeah.
Hopefully this will fix that. Then, of course, they still have like restructuring World v. World coming up. For the first time, they're adding a zone in the new expansion without it being tied to a living world or an expansion. Okay. And so that's kind of exciting. We don't know when that's happening yet, but they're going to be doing that. They announced that today. So, cool stuff coming. And then next up, we have the Game Pass games for the back half of August because now they do twice a month, almost twice a year. And these are pretty cool. There's some cool stuff going on here. We've got Coffee Talk for Cloud Console PC.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah. Well, that seems cool.
Else.
Excited for that. I want to play that, so I'm glad it's coming to Game Pass.
I think I had to have Dark remind me of the title. Whether you or Dark remind me of the title.
Coffee Talk.
I don't remember what it was. Yes.
Then Commandos 3, the HD remaster, is coming to Cloud Console PC. Blast from the past.
Yeah. Next we have Ikari Warriors.
Right. No, next we have maybe the weirdest pick out of all of these. Immortals Phoenix Rising is coming to Cloud Console PC. Do you remember when this game got announced and people were talking about it being like the game to kill Assassin's Creed? Because Ubisoft made it. The game to kill Assassin's Creed. The game because Horizon had just come out. It was the game to stop Horizon. It was going to be the new open world game.
Yeah.
This is the last time this is the first time you've probably heard the name in months, maybe years. Midnight Fight Express, an indie game, is coming to Cloud Console PC. No ad for you again, Will. You're the adless one. Opus Echo of Starsong is coming to console and PC.
Okay.
Tinykin is coming to console and PC. Another indie game. EXA Punks is coming to PC only.
Uh-huh.
And then Immortality is coming to PC and Xbox Series X and S, not to the other consoles.
Strange.
So, some interesting stuff coming.
Yeah. That's pretty good. They'll be dropping some more stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah. I have the list here.
Yeah.
Leaving on the 31st will be, and this is kind of a sad list for people that, enjoy these games. Elite Dangerous. It's a big one to drop.
Yeah.
Hades.
Oh. I figured that would ride for a little while.
Myst.
Oh. That was I'm old. That was a groundbreaking game at the time it came out.
NBA 2K22.
NBA 2. Okay.
Yeah, the cloud
If
and
it
console
is-
versions will be dropped, King. Yeah, there is rumors that Elden Ring, Soul Hackers 2 coming to Game Pass as well. Elden Ring would be a great grab for them, and Soul Hackers 2 has been gaining a lot of ground in the RPG community. So,
Okay.
Signs of the Sojourner is coming off. Spiritfarer is coming off.
Okay.
That's been a big indie game.
Yep.
12 Minutes is coming off. Man, I wish I liked that game after how long I waited for it.
Yeah.
2 Point Hospital is coming off,
Dang.
which 2 Point Campus just came on, so I felt like 2 Point Hospital would probably hold on, but What Remains of Edith Finch is coming off,
Oh no.
and then World War Z is coming off.
Oh well.
Right. You can get all the missed games on Steam, since I know you're a PC person. I think there's just one that's not on Steam. Well,
The well, I think there's 4.
I think so.
believe?
I think so.
I think there's 4. There might be 5. I think there's 4. Anyway, dropped off quite a bit of them.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Some really good games in there.
6.
And then, 6. Wow. And the last announcement that we have this week is Evil West has been delayed to November 22nd.
Man, a lot of games got pushed back this year.
They have, and their tweet where they talk about it is really interesting to me because they basically go, hey, we're overwhelmed by the reception the game's gotten, the demo that some of you got to play at PAX. The reason that things are going rough right now, quack, is because 5 platforms, including multiple generations of consoles, is a lot to develop for. So that's why.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I
It is
agree.
a lot to develop for. Did they
That's-
add more consoles?
I don't
wondering-
think so. I think it's just, hey, they needed a little bit more time to get everything sorted.
This was their plan from the start to drop on the Xbox One, Xbox S.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Mm.
But I wanted to highlight this because there's a crazy response here in my mind from someone, and I'm not going to say their name. I'm not going to witch hunt here.
Right.
But there is specifically one user that says, delay it to 2023 if you want to sell your game. God of War and Call of Duty release in November. This is an insane move. Now, of course, they get dragged by the responses. Because why does this game... what? But...
Well, hold on. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it sounds like it might be a little bit of a facetious statement.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you take it at face. Maybe you should take it at face value, but...
I wish I could, but at this point, is Call of Duty selling that much that you don't release in the same month as a Call of Duty game?
Call of Duty,
When most Call of Duty players are now playing Warzone, the free-to-play Battle Royale?
it has dropped out. It has dropped off. I don't think people have as short a memory as sometimes game companies like to think we do.
Right.
Or not completely stupid, but they've managed, to be honest, they managed to keep a lot of stuff hush-hush. And the fact that they're still, also Microsoft's buying out Activision.
Right.
So even though they slapped Vanguard on the
Yeah.
now,
Yeah, and used Amuro's icon.
I think obviously it's dropped off a little bit because of the company it comes from.
Yeah.
And I think it's dropped off quite a bit just because of the quality of games that they're putting out as well.
Yeah.
They don't seem as in-depth as when they were on top.
Yeah, I agree. I just think it's a really weird statement to go, hey, these two unrelated games that are in completely different genres. I mean, I get if you're going like, well, nobody's going to buy your game because they're going to buy that. But if you don't own a PlayStation, you're not buying God of War. And if you're not into shooters, you're not buying. And people go, well, Evil West is a shooter. Yeah, but it's also a very different game than Call of Duty. Like,
yeah.
The idea that you can't release in the same month because of this is crazy. Now, when we talked about Elden Ring and Horizon coming out in the same week, that's different. Because those games are both open world coming out in the same week.
Yeah. But there's you can kind of, it doesn't make sense to pile those two games in it. I realize those two are going to sell.
Yeah.
Just because of the name.
Right.
But they could use another challenger in the ring at that point.
Right.
So to speak.
People usually buy more than one game a month. And I guess it depends on the person, right? Saints Row, Gundam, and JoJo. Nice. But even if you just have like Game Pass and you're waiting for it to come to Game Pass, that's not going to be affected by whenever they release it. Like, you know, there's so many different things. It just feels weird that we're going back to that same argument of you can't release this month because Zelda comes out this month. It's like, well, why? Gaming has grown so much from back in the day when Halo and COD coming out in the same month was like a death sentence for one of them, you know?
Yeah. There's I think there's a lot more options across games. A lot more.
Yeah.
You know? So, but they do the same thing with movies.
They do.
Check other releases and try to get them out.
And don't get me wrong, again, I want to specify, if you're in the same genre, it's probably not a good idea if you're an open world game to release the same week as another big open world game. Because then people have to choose between the two.
Yeah. But, I mean, even still, I think the game's got to come a little bit, even with that in mind, you take that in mind, but then you got to put the game on its own merit.
Right.
Because that could take, I could say, oh, well, the sniper game's just another shooter, but that's a really different type of shooter, you know?
Right.
First-person shooter. So the game's kind of have to stand by itself. I don't understand that statement.
Yeah.
I think I understand the heart of it.
Right.
And maybe 6 years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
That
would have been a good argument.
A lot more sense.
Yeah.
But I don't think it holds near as much water now.
Right. All right. Well, now we get into the news. And we've got some interesting news this week.
Okay.
Sonic is coming to Fall Guys.
Okay. Is he going to be floppy?
So, no. They're adding Sonic costumes to Fall Guys. And these costumes are interesting in that it's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Gold Sonic, like Super Sonic.
Okay.
They say they're only adding 4, but in the trailer they show what seems to be a completely completed Robotnik costume, and I guess you're just not getting that one.
Just want to show it off. You can't have it.
Yeah, but this is the first time that we've gotten a big name mascot gaming character. Really, like there's been a bunch of like little names, I guess you could say. Godzilla was added, which is not like gaming, right? But that was a big name. But this opens the door for like, hey, who's next? You know?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a fork knife thing to say.
Yeah.
It feels like it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, Fortnite's doing it. They always put in something, so we need to.
Yeah.
So, all being said, that might get more people into it, just to run around as Sonic or Knuckles or Tails.
Or Super Sonic.
Or Super Sonic, yeah.
Just kind of looks like Pikachu in that costume.
They can't afford that crossover.
Right, that's the truth. But, I love Sonic, but also, like, yeah, it does have Ezio from Assassin's Creed. That's very true. Who's next is the question that they want you to be asking. I think Fall Guys is not a game I like playing. Fall Guys is also a game that is, like, on PlayStation at least, has a lot of bots. But they've been doing their work to clear those out, so maybe they fixed that since the last time I played it. But Sonic is not enough to make me come back. That's all I'm saying.
Not when all the Sonic I got to buy this year anyway.
That's right. Sonic's no Goku, who's now in Fortnite.
Oh. I told you about the headlines for that last week, right?
Yeah.
Another anime character gets a gun.
So, look. I might have downloaded Fortnite today and recorded myself playing 2 matches to see if I could get Goku. First off, I can't get Goku because he costs V-Bucks. You can't just earn him in game. Found that out. And I didn't want to spend money on it when I could spend that money on GBO2 or Guild Wars instead. So I did not. However, I will spoil this video right now and say that I did win a match with a Kamehame. And if
Worth it, right?
I'm going to throw this down right now, if they kept the Kamehame in the game, I would probably keep playing that game. But because they won't, there's no reason for me to keep playing.
True. There you go.
So
There's the line right there.
When you use the Kamehame, you rise off the ground. There's the quack. You rise off the ground, and you fire the beam, and you can destroy the environment, and it's super cool. But just like every other cool thing they've added, that is going to be taken away. However, I will admit I had fun. I killed Spider-Man. Spider-Man jumped on me after I dropped off the Nimbus, and I shot him to death with an SMG.
Okay.
And then I was looking in a mirror at one point, and I turned around, and Batman was there, and I point-blank Kamehameha'd him. And I got killed by Daredevil with a shotgun.
So what you're saying, what I'm taking away from this is that if Goku ever comes to Minecraft, I'm probably not going to see you for a while.
Right. It does. It sounds like a weird dream. And that's the weird thing about Fortnite, because I don't like battle royales, but something about the weirdness of I'm in the lobby and there's Wolverine running around with an assault rifle, and Doctor Strange just ran past me and he's got a grenade in his hand, and over there is Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty and he's flossing.
Here's what I hate about this is that Fortnite did a better Avengers than the other game.
They did.
The actual Avengers game.
At one point, the sky cracked open and Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto glided past me.
Naruto.
And I tried to snipe him and couldn't, and then I got jumped by Daredevil. And like, I don't want to put money in that game. I don't want to buy their battle passes. But if I could run around as Vegeta, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Look, I'm gonna put it to you this way. I'm not putting money in now. I'm gonna leave it installed. If they add Char Aznable, I'm buying him.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Darth Vader comes out, cuts you down with his lightsaber and teabags you. Look, Gundam is coming. It has to at this point. If they add Char, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, they probably add Gohan, but he'd always have trouble trying to go swimming. He can't get past Trunks.
All right, I'm gonna lay this down right now, chat. I'm gonna lay this down right now for you. If they add Char, I will 100% do a 4-hour stream of me playing Fortnite as Char Aznable. That will happen if they add Char.
Fair enough.
We just got an oof. Oh, yeah, no, man, it was weirdly fun. I don't like battle royales. I just don't enjoy that type of game. But, like, we gotta hydrate. I'm running low. But I just really enjoyed the Kamehameha. There's something really satisfying about rising up in the air and
Now, we've had a conversation about this before. I think it was one of our topics, or maybe it was just in line with other games when you're talking about something. But the like the little sounds and feels, how the animation lines up to your button press, and the sound of it. So, for as much fun as we make a Fortnite, maybe that is something that they do have right in that game.
I think so. Because at one point, the guy that I fired the Kamehameha at hid behind a tree, and the tree got cut in half by the Kamehameha wave. It like hit the base of the tree, and it's going, and the tree just like topples and disintegrates into the beam as it hits it. Somebody spent like weeks of their life perfecting that beam and the way it interacts with the environment. And I was like, you know what? I can't be mad about this. This is really good, actually. So
Credit where credit's due. Credit where credit's due.
So, like, my girlfriend played it when they added the Spider-Man stuff because she's a big Spider-Man fan. And the Spider-Man stuff allowed you to, like, zip around the map and do cool stuff. And the other day, she made the comment of, like, oh, I want to do that again. I was like, well, that's not in the game anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's a limited time thing. And that's where I'm at with the Kamehameha. Is like, that's not going to be in the game anymore soon. So, like, I don't want to do it,
Yeah. Well,
But I want to fire Kamehameha waves at people.
it makes me wonder about the contracts they get for this. Like if it's signed in, you get to use it, but only for this amount of time.
Right.
Or if it's something like that. Or it's like, you have to pay a fee each month to use it.
They brought back the web slinger stuff, just changed the name. I'll have to let her know. She'll maybe unlock Goku for me.
Okay. Fair enough.
But no, I feel like it probably is that most of the time of like you only get to do this for a little, like the Thanos stuff when they had that. Like surely that was limited time.
Well, yeah, but didn't that like come along with the world change?
Yeah, they did the whole world change and everything.
Yeah.
So, well, we haven't been able to talk about this for a while, but we finally get to bring it up.
Yeah.
We've been waiting, Toei. Thank you. One Piece is ending.
Is it really?
Now, you may say, what? Now? This week? No, not this week. One Piece is ending sometime in the next 5 years or so. Oda has reached the final 80% has been completed. It's 20% left of the story, which feels insane.
What? How many chapters? 800?
Oh, we're well past that. Let me pull up the list here. One Piece chapter list. I've been wanting to talk about this, by the way, for months. Copyright strike. Thank you. Which is kind of funny because we just got a new story right around the time the strike drops, which is the next piece of news we'll talk about. The main series chapters, we are currently at chapter 1046.
Okay.
So lots of cool stuff happening. Wait, is that right? That's not right. We're at chapter 1056.
Oh, okay. A few more.
Yeah.
Few more.
It's been going. But yeah, sometime in the next 5 years, we have 20% of the story left. It's kind of unfortunate because Oda's health has not been that great. So if not for that, he had to take a bunch of months off over the last couple of years. If not for that, we would probably be like 3 years to the end. But, the man's doing the best he can. He has made a seminal series in a lot of ways, and 5 years to go. I don't expect. I've seen a lot of people doing the One Piece Shippuden thinking. I don't expect Oda to do like a sequel series. How long does it last for? Till the end of the podcast. And you know what? I'll even say through the pre-show of next week's podcast. It's been coming for a while, but I don't expect there to be a sequel series after this. I think maybe he'll write something different. Maybe he won't. The man could just like coast on One Piece's earnings for the rest of his life. But best to wait till next week. Just leaving that up for you. A prayer day. But it's One Piece has been a part of my life for a long time now. But I'm kind of excited for it to end because, like, I want that story to end in a satisfying conclusion. And Oda has specified that it's not going to be just like a big fight and then we're done. Here's the end of the series. Yeah. It's going to have an actual like ending that works up to it and everything. So
okay, well that kind of goes in. You were saying it goes into the next piece of news you got.
Yeah, which is super unfair to do to this man. But Oda years ago revealed to Goro Taniguchi the ending of One Piece.
Now, do we have details on this?
He has not said anything other than how it happened.
Because the way it says here, Goro Taniguchi knows the ending to One Piece.
Yes.
I'm kind of wondering if this is the ending arc or he knows, he just has an idea of where the characters are at the end, and they're working out how to get there.
He has said that Ichiro Oda told him the entire ending.
Okay, I should find that to be late.
The story, as far as I can understand, is that Oda got drunk and told Goro Taniguchi the entire ending to One Piece that he's had planned since the beginning. And then afterwards realized what he'd done and told him, please, I beg you can't tell anyone.
Yeah.
So for years, Goro Taniguchi has had to carry this and not say anything to anybody. Now, you may not know who Goro Taniguchi is. I have a couple of his big works for you here. He has worked on Mobile Fighter G Gundam, Mobile Report Gundam Wing, After War Gundam X, Brave Command Dagwan, and the King of Braves Gao. All of these he was on storyboards for, so he was on the story team for them.
Yeah.
Gunsword, he was the director. He was the writer of Code Geass. He was the creative producer for Line Barrels of Iron. He did directing for Back Arrow. He directed One Piece film Red.
Oh my God.
And he was a big part of the OVA for One Piece that came out all those years ago, which I assume is when...
In my life.
Right.
Ah.
I assume that's when, while working on that OVA, is probably when this would have happened. But imagine from 1998, you've known how One Piece will end and not been able to say a thing to anyone as you've watched it grow bigger and bigger and heard people talk about how much they love it and love these characters, and you can't say a word.
I got so many questions to the guy, but none of them are like, what is it? Because
Yeah,
I want to know.
yeah.
But, is there a point that comes along and you're like, aha, I can see how it goes into that now.
Right.
I can see it from this point. Or what?
Has knowing that influenced your work? Because I look at Code Geass, which is a series that has a character literally, without spoiling anything, a character literally has to carry the most important secret in that universe to their grave without telling anyone. And I can't help but go like, man, is that because you have to carry this secret?
Right, what you know.
Yeah. No, I didn't know before this week that this man worked on Gao, which is my favorite anime ever made. But I have a deep respect for this man, obviously, now that I know this. But I have an even greater respect because he has known this whole time and hasn't gone anywhere with it. As the series has got more popular, I mean, obviously, he respects Oda a lot, but as the series has got more popular, he could have made a lot of money by revealing the end.
Fair enough.
King, I'm glad that you love Gao. It's so good. So good. That's one of the SDs that I'm going to build one of these Friday streams is the SD Gao. I already have the SD Gao, so I'm really excited to build the SD Gao.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's Goro Taniguchi, a hero. That's right, Gunsword as well. Great series, Faith. So yeah, just really cool.
So he worked on some Gundam.
Every strand of his princess's hair. He did work on some Gundam, which is how we'll cycle into this last big piece of news here, which is that Gundam has overtaken the world. It's the most popular thing ever again. Because it's overtaken DBZ.
That's okay. That's on the sheet.
Have fun, Waverly. So, here's the thing. Gundam was big. The biggest IP selling wise in Japan and in the rest of the world for many, many years.
Well, through the 80s and the beginning of the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm. Until Dragon Ball took over.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball took over because of how big it got in other parts of the world, and then Super happened, and the video games happened, and it took over. The movies, yeah. It was the big one, right? However,
I don't want to see a Gundam flossing. That's kind of, I kind of do, but I kind of don't.
I kind of do too. It's a weird thing. Quack. However,
All right.
DBZ took the lead for a long time, and then in 2014, Gundam jumped. Gundam took back over again for a year. And then Dragon Ball Super, the next movie, came out, and it took back over again.
Well, Gundam's got the last movie out, right? Iron Blooded Orphans?
That's when Iron Blooded Orphans came out, around that time. And so it was bam. Wait, when was IBO? It wasn't 2014. When was IBO?
I think it was after that. I'm wondering, because there's been a big advertising push on that isn't seen for a while. So I'm wondering.
It was 2015. So, yeah, it was big right around that time, right? Hard to believe it's been that long, man. But DBZ took back over, right? And has been in the lead for a very long time. Until this year. When Gundam has retaken...
Until I started watching it.
That's right. It's retaken by 1.5 billion. Which may not seem like a lot, but I'm going to give you the big Japanese series worldwide sales, right? So we have Aikatsu, which is a pretty reasonable series, makes 0.3 billion yen worldwide, right? Precure, 1.3 billion yen worldwide. So Precure is the magical girls transforming, right? Then we have Super Sentai, 1.6 billion worldwide. Anpanman, which is the cartoon Anpan guy that counts all the sales of Anpan candy and cookies that use his image. 1.8 billion yen. Ultraman. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, just for reference, 1 million seconds is 12 days.
Right.
1 billion seconds is 31 years.
Yeah.
So billion's a big number.
Yeah. Which Mercury's about to drop on Toonami, same as Iron Blooded Orphans. Yeah. Gundam's getting even bigger.
Yeah.
FGO. So you might be surprised that it doesn't even crack. Fate Grand Order doesn't even crack the 0.3 billion yen worldwide. It's below that. It's in like the top 25. Yeah, Chibity does have Chibity Crockett. That's a guy right there. That's a guy. Ultraman, 3.5 billion yen worldwide. Kamen Rider, 4.6 billion worldwide.
I think some of that is yours, right?
Yeah, a lot of that's me. Naruto is 5 billion worldwide.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy. One Piece is 13.7 billion worldwide. That's the jump. It goes from 5 to 13.
Wow. Okay. There's some lists that do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then Dragon Ball is 27.5 billion. We jump up another 14 billion yen from One Piece to Dragon Ball. And then Gundam takes over at 29 billion. So it is on top again. 29 billion yen worldwide.
Wow.
And that is in 1 quarter. That's not yearly. That is 1 quarter.
Golly.
Ad time. Hey, YouTube, you know the drill. We love you. You're wonderful. You're amazing. Thanks for watching us.
That's every quarter they're bringing in $216,242,850.
It's pretty crazy.
I could live off that, I think.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
But I could.
Model kits out here making an absolute killing for sure. And it's not just model kits, right? It's model kits. It's Blu-rays. It's stickers. It's figures. It's the little tiny kits like these that they make. It's the metal cast irons like these, like this Red Zagok that I have. It's all that stuff. It's the hamburgers that have the Char's special combo meal at Japanese McDonald's. It's the Char Aznable special motorcycle. It's Amuro's Haro that you can buy worldwide. It's backpacks. It's clothes. It's all that stuff. plus the model kits, which are making bank.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Kamen Rider's quite a bit less than One Piece, and I think a big part of that is because Kamen Rider is not legally available over here. I think if it was, it would probably jump up a lot more. Char's helmet 1-1. That's true. Gundam Life Crates, SD, Converge, blankets, food, chocolate, watches. Yeah, and they're making more factories. They just announced they're making like 3 more factories for Gunpla.
Wow.
So
Okay.
they are unhindered by the rest of the problems in the world when it comes to making plastic model kits. So Power Rangers doesn't add to Kamen Rider because it goes to Sentai. And Power Rangers, unfortunately, is not doing well. Power Rangers as a brand is dying. And Sentai is barely keeping its head above the water. The only reason they haven't canceled Sentai the last couple of years is because it's still in the top 10 worldwide. They can't cancel it. It's making too much money.
But there's a difference. I feel like Power Rangers gets lower and lower quality.
It does. It absolutely does.
As you go through, as you look at the other series, and it gets just as silly as, say, Transformers.
Right.
On some of them. But some of the Transformers cartoons are just silly.
Right.
You know, they're made for little bitty kids. And I don't think you can point at even Dragon Ball. I don't think you can point at that and go, okay, it's a worse story now than it was in the original.
Yeah.
They've kept adding on to it and making it better.
Right.
The
Also,
fans are excited when new Gundam stuff comes out, or
right.
when new Dragon Ball stuff comes out. You know, people watch the Power Ranger movies, and I know a couple people love Power Rangers. They liked the movie, but thought it was great, but it really wasn't giving anything new to them.
Yeah. I should specify, too, I said Sentai, the only reason they didn't cancel because it's making this money, that was up until last year's Sentai, Zenkaiger. Zenkaiger had a big resurgence of Sentai. Sentai was at the bottom of this 10 and is now at number 8 again. Because Zenkaiger gave it a huge boost, and then Don Brothers has been killing it. People are buying up so much Don Brothers. They love Don Brothers. So Sentai's on the surge back up. It's just, you know, it had a pretty rough go for a little while there.
Yeah.
But so
all right.
That's pretty much where we're at there. You know, just want to throw that out there that Gundam rules. Suck it, Goku. And it means that now it's time to add Char Astable to Fortnite, the multiverses. And look, all I'm saying is if I get to play as Char against Scooby-Doo and Shaggy in multiverses, I'm happy.
Okay.
You know.
Something got rid of Power Rangers. It would do a lot better. Possibly.
Sentai 100% would do better over here if it could be released, but it can't because of the agreements for Power Rangers. And that sucks.
Right on. Chat helping chat out. That's good.
Yeah. Also, just quick to throw this out here. There actually are Shout Factories trying to release Rider and Sentai over here, which is really cool. But it's really weird the way they're doing it. One Sentai series is getting released on Blu-ray, and they're going to see how well it does. But it's one of the older ones, so it's going to be hard to see how well it does. And then they're releasing Kamen Rider Ryuki over here and Kamen Rider 01 over here. And maybe Kamen Rider Kugo, we'll see. But, you know, how much it is to license DBZ and how much money Epic makes. I can try and look that up, but I doubt that's public information.
Ugh. Yeah, that would be. Yeah. There might be two different. I see what you're going for there.
3 times faster than the rest? That's right. Yeah, no, I Googled how much to license Goku and got, what episode does Goku get his driver's license? So, I don't think I'm going to get that publicly. It's public information.
You might have to actually send a email to Toei.
Yeah. But I did want to call out real quick, too, on these. Naruto is probably always going to be in the top 10 because it's Naruto. The amount of merch that they put out is insane. But Kamen Rider and Ultraman have gone up because of their anime. Because they both have anime now. Ultraman's is on Netflix and Kamen Rider's is on Crunchyroll. So maybe it's time for Sentai to make an anime offshoot too. You know? Though having said that, Precure is anime and is at 1.3, but it's also like a very different thing. It's trying to appeal to a different audience, so maybe that's why. But if you haven't seen Precure, you should. It's actually really good.
All right.
I just like henshin sequences, so you know. We'll throw it over to Rundgren's corner.
Oh, all right. We're ready for this. Well, I've got a birthday today, and it's not really a happy one. This is for Richard Hunt. Now, he passed away in 1992, and you probably don't know this guy, but if you grew up through the 80s and into the 90s or watched some reruns of Sesame Street and The Muppet Show, he was a puppeteer. And he was a puppeteer for Beaker, Scooter.
Yeah.
He had a year for Miss Piggy, and for a while, he was a puppeteer for Elmo.
Oh.
Yeah, so he has. So, a lot of us may have seen this guy's work,
Just never known.
just never known. But he was. I don't know that he was. He was the first. I don't know if he was the first openly gay puppeteer, but it was a kind of a thing for him in his life.
Yeah.
And he got to do it and everything, so it was a big deal. He passed away, like I said, he passed away in 1992, but this was his birthday, and for Sesame Street and the Muppet Show, some of those characters are pretty iconic.
Yeah.
Beaker's pretty iconic to me.
For sure.
They, just
I
up
agree.
there, up there with Kermit and Miss Piggy and the Swedish Chef.
Yeah.
So this guy definitely had an influence on me without me knowing it.
Yeah.
I had to look it up a little bit today. Check it out. But I wish his family well. And
It's a good quack, Faith.
yeah.
Beaker would have loved that quack.
Do that. Now I got a story out of Brazil today.
Posture check.
All right, I got a story out of Brazil today.
All right.
She's a lady, Brazilian author and journalist named Mariana Lopez Vieira.
Okay.
She's an author. She's got a couple of best-selling books throughout there. But like most people who are authors or into books, she loves books. She got a collection of hard copy books, but she also has a Kindle. And she got a nice Kindle through that. And there's some books that she has on there that are out of print, and these are the only copies that she would have.
Okay.
So she got up one day, went to her Kindle, and found out it wouldn't come on. So she tried to plug it in the charger, and it wouldn't come on. She was very worried about it because there were, like I said, there were books on there she did not want to lose.
Right.
She tapped the Kindle a couple of times, and ants started crawling out of it. She had her Kindle. I got infected with ants. There's a bug in the system.
Uh-huh.
They were young, so they had been nesting in there. A lot of the ants were they're little red ants. When she bumped it, they started coming out, going all over this. What was worrisome though is the ants apparently ordered 2 books. Okay, let me see if I find this.
I'm very curious as to what they are.
Well, if you remember a while back, I talked about how the robot uprising is starting with the robot that attacked the child at the chess tournament.
Yeah.
Cracked his finger for going out of turn. Yeah, so let me find it. One was Robots and the Empire by Isaac Asimov.
Oh.
That one gave me pause.
Yeah.
Like, huh? These ants doing? And the other one was by another Brazilian author. It's called Ring of Gauges, an Ethical Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did, Faith. I did once have ants kill a monitor by climbing inside it.
Oh man, that's rough.
Antizon and Tyndall.
So you have to go through. Now, look, I don't think this journalist is very computer savvy. You know, no, not a shot. She's writing books.
Yeah.
She doesn't have time to be computer savvy.
Right.
On that, because as you're worried about it, I'm pretty sure this would be tied to her account, and she could get these books back.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a heart attack for her. The big thing I want to click on here is Isaac Asimov sci-fi. It sets me off with ants ordering this. By the way, she had to turn off one-touch ordering to
I'm
stop
sure.
the ants from ordering.
I'm
anymore.
sure.
I don't know much about the other book, but Isaac Asimov has some rules,
Yeah.
and he has written. There's a lot of things in his sci-fi that basically are predictions.
Yeah.
The space shuttle he predicted.
Right.
I think we get the 3 rules of robotics from
Yeah.
him.
Those come from him.
Yeah, and he's a sci-fi writer. So please be careful of ants in your yard. I think they're getting ready for the uprising.
Yep.
They got a good treatise on how to do it from Robots in the Empire. So
They're
there might be a
prepared.
this is what I'm worried about with the whole robot uprising we were talking about, with the kid getting his finger broken at the chess tournament. And now the ants are apparently checking in that with Robots in the Empire.
Yep.
Robots in the Empire. So beware of ants attacking you with robots.
Yep.
It's coming. I don't know how to prepare for that.
The ants in the machine.
So it's just a little warning to all our viewers out there.
Yeah.
She had which is funny because the Kindle uses capacitive touch, so it knows where it's been touched.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can tell when somebody's ordering or whatever.
Oh, the ants and the robots working together, forming a hive mind.
Yes, ants and robots are teaming up. Oh, we're gonna have to keep further updates on this. Fortunately, she found out how to clear the infestation. She banged it a few times on the surface, got as many as count, and got a sprayed a fabric sheet with ant killer on it, which is a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, that surprised me. And then she placed the Kindle on the sheet, and as the ants were trying to get away from it, they crawled across it and died.
Makes sense.
And then she didn't get all of them that way. It's a way to fix it, apparently. If you get ants in your Kindle, put it in the freezer.
Well,
You put it in the freezer. After she tried that, now, granted, neither one of these methods are foolproof. And if you're not careful, you could damage the device with either one of those.
sure.
Spray or put it in the freezer. I want to be sure. But also don't run it underwater and wash it with soap. That's not going to help it either.
Right.
What was that? But
That's pretty good.
please, if you see any robots running with robots, please let us know.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm not sure how to prepare for that. We can't handle around here. We can't handle ants by themselves.
Right. Let alone if they have robots. Ant Gundam, as Will's pointed out.
Ant Gundam. Oh no. Well, with an ant Gundam, it'd probably be about up to my knee, I guess.
No, it's okay. If the ants make Gundams, we just have to wait for Ant Moreau Ray and to fight off his rival Char Antnable.
We're outnumbered. The ants outnumber us by a large margin. Like that. Put a smart fridge and they start infecting it. Perfect larvae. Oh no.
Hayato Kobayashi.
Oh my gosh. Awful.
And they call him Gundance. Gundant Unicorn.
Oh.
Bant Nasher Links.
One of the top
Camille Pedant.
mobile games this year is an ant game.
Yeah, it is.
Oh no. That's it. They're coming. They're coming. We are gonna run. We'll run our podcast and everything as long as the ants allow us.
That's right. That's right.
And as soon as they show up with adamant, we know it's over.
Yep. Captain Bright.
Yeah.
Change Trey's name. All right, we got to do it. We got to do it. They spent the points. Oh, we got to do it.
No. Awesome.
I am now Trant.
Yeah. You can see the white base covered in larvae.
That's right.
Coming out of a mound of dirt.
That's right. Just with the ports open so they can launch their Gundams out.
Oh,
The ant come on.
oh no. No.
The white
White
mound.
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
Disadvantage on every roll for X amount of TTRPG sessions. This is how many puns we have to work off.
Oh.
Oh, man. I got one more good, one more good
Okay.
pun in me, and then I'm done. So
Okay.
in Turn A Gundam, the nickname for the Turn A is the White Doll. So you just have this moment where Laurent Seahawk climbs into the White Ant, the Turn Ant Gundam.
Oh. Oh no. Yeah, I have a feeling this news story is going to pop back up a few more times over the months.
I don't ask for much fan art, but if somebody could make me a fan art of a ant painted white reaching up like the Turn A, I would be so happy. The Sandcar Empire, yes! Yes! Sing that!
Oh man. Can we get in with some representatives of Sunrise and get this released?
Look, I think the story of Admiral Ray against Char Antnable would be an incredible journey of the two as they fight and battle in their Antdom and Zant 2 Char Custom.
Oh man. This is no aphid, boy. What? So dumb, but I want to see the cartoon, the anime so bad.
Oh man, another one just came to me too. You haven't seen the show yet, but you've seen the trailer where Ramba Rawl's goof turns into the Barbados.
Yeah.
And you heard Mikazuki say, Barbados, let's go. I just imagine him launching going, Barbantos, let's go. Organt, what do I do?
As the ants prepare to return to the colony, you will see the tears of time.
That's right. So we should probably say now, we're still working our way through Zeta. Just a reminder, we're almost through the second disc, and then we're going to rewatch that second disc, and then we will come back and talk about it next week. We also have a change to the channel's point system here on Twitch. You can use your points for a bunch of cool stuff. Please don't forget about that. Hope everybody enjoys that. And then something else. King did it! He did it! The Madman!
What?
Hold on, I'm gonna drag it on the screen. It's the White Ant! Oh no, it vanished immediately. Hold on, I have to save it and then add it. I want to save it as a picture. He did it!
Oh my gosh. All right.
It's the White Ant doing the Turn A pose! Gundam Ant trivia.
Gundam. All right.
Oh, thanks, King. That's great. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming on the channel. Of course, we stream now Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Or no, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Haha. Yeah. Let's get that right. We have Mondays and Monday, Tuesday, of course, this podcast. Thursday is the D&D podcast. Friday is the Ant podcast. I mean, the painting and building show. And then we still have stuff coming up on YouTube, of course. The XCOM playthrough is going through with Gundam characters, and there'll be more stuff coming. I'm excited for the future of the channel. I hope all of you are as well. There's something else I was going to announce. Oh, starting next week, we have a new feature that Twitch added where you'll be able to make a prediction. And at the start of the show next week, we'll do a prediction where people can try and guess what Rundgren is going to bring to us in his corner.
Yes, we'll find out.
Is
I
it
gotta check something real quick.
okay?
Go,
And
keep talking, keep talking.
that should be good. I'm something of an ant myself. Oh, there's so many. Blame this on the misfortune of your ant.
Well, everything changed when the fire ants attacked.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Do you have any plugs?
Oh, I can't think of anything right now. I've got like Gundam ants running around my head.
I want to plug Alan Pan, the YouTuber. He made a video giving snakes legs, where he built a robotic tube for snakes to walk in.
Oh my
And it was a really cool video, and the snake legitimately loved it. Which that in itself would be a reason to call it out, but CNN stole his video and added their own watermark and added text to it, used it without crediting him at all or talking to him. I guess technically they credit him because in the first couple seconds they have a deal that says YouTuber Alan Pan, but like they don't link his channel or anything. So like, just, if you have the time, go watch that video and support the guy because he put a lot of work into that and it's really cool. And CNN just made all kinds of money off of it.
So we're gonna have snakes with legs, ants and Gundams.
Yep.
Chef robots breaking fingers.
That's right.
Oh,
The Robot Rebellion.
Man.
Mega Man. EDF, you're in all your ant-related problems. Yeah, that's right. EDF. I have that right here, by the way.
Oh,
I'm going to play this one for free. Rundgren, you won't be able to hear it, but here's the EDF song.
Our forces have now dwindled and we pull back to regroup. The enemy has multiplied and formed a massive group. We better beat these bugs before we're all
Ants are gonna
turned
take
to
over
soup.
everything.
The EDF deploys.
And we can play that because there's no actual like music to it, so we won't get copyrighted. Mega Man!
Yeah, I have to sit here for a couple of minutes just not saying nothing.
Look. There is an insect-themed Mega Man Robot Master. It is...
I think I want a t-shirt that says everything changed when the fire ants attacked.
That's really good, actually. That's really
Yeah.
good.
Get a t-shirt that says that. It's so appropriate for around here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's Mantis is the name. Look up Gundam Artemy. You mean Gundam Antony? That's a good looking Gundam. I like that.
Gosh.
It's an ant!
Well,
Look! It's an ant! Gundam Artemy's an ant!
oh, this is terrible. It's wonderfully terrible.
Rugger's gonna be having antmares when he sleeps.
Oh no. Oh no.
We're gonna change the name of the podcast, the Full Spectra Ant Podcast. For more ant puns, check out.
Oh.
No, it's been a fun stream. Hopefully everybody's had a good time. We'll be back, of course, Thursday, and then Friday. Thursday we're talking D&D. We've got Morning Kindness and Spelljammer just came out, so
So Spectrum Padre.
yeah, it's a B. It might be a B. That could be a B. Doesn't have a stinger though.
A dog stepped on a bee. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, the Patreon, the Patrant is a thing. Videos that cannot be on YouTube anymore are now on the Patreon. So you can check those out there. Because they got removed from YouTube because copyright is stupid. But it's on there now, so you can check those out. And then, of course, we have the VODs for everything go on YouTube. So check those out as well. And yeah, you got anything else before we close?
Yes, I appreciate everybody spending time with us and watching. Greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. Until next time, I've been Trent.
I've been Rungan.
And we've been the Full Spectrum Podcast. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that I have to offer.